Hey, my famous fans! Welcome back to Famous Faces Scoop TV, your one-stop shop for all things scandalous and celebrity-obsessed. Today, we're diving into a story hotter than a jalapeno margarita on a Miami beach. We're about to unpack a tale so wild it could only involve one man, the king of parties himself, Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about Diddy, those legendary shindigs he throws, and one particular party that has everyone buzzing even years later. And guess who's spilling the tea? None other than Khloe Kardashian herself. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single juicy detail. Now, let's get this party started, shall we? Picture this. It's the early 2000s. The Kardashians are just starting to take over the world. Paris Hilton is carrying a chihuahua in her purse. And Diddy? Well, he's throwing the most epic parties Hollywood has ever seen. We're talking the kind of bashes where what happens at the party doesn't stay at the party. Fast forward to a few years ago and a clip from resurfaces online. In it, Khloe casually drops a bombshell about one particular Diddy party. Now, we know the Kardashians love a good time. They practically invented the concept of an extravagant celebration. But even they were a little shook by this one. Why? Because this wasn't just any old Hollywood gathering. Oh no, honey. This was a full-blown, clothing-optional, anything-goes kind of affair. So there's Khloe just casually lounging with her sisters, and then, bam! She drops this nugget about a party Diddy threw. Now, we all know Khloe. She's not exactly known for keeping her mouth shut, especially when there's a good story to tell. And trust me, my famous fans, this is not just a good story. It's the kind of story that makes you want to grab your phone, call your best friend, and say, "Girl, you are not going to believe this." You can practically see the wheels turning in her sisters' heads. Kourtney's probably thinking, "Did someone say drama?" Kim's probably calculating how to spin this into a business opportunity. And Kylie? Well, Kylie's probably just happy she wasn't alive when this party went down. But Khloe, bless her soul, she doesn't hold back. She dives right into the nitty-gritty, the down and dirty, the whole shebang. She starts by painting a picture of this party. And let me tell you, it's not your average backyard barbecue. We're talking a mansion in the hills, probably overlooking the entire city. There are celebrities everywhere you look. A-listers, B-listers, even some C-listers trying to sneak in through the kitchen. The music is thumping, the champagne is flowing, and the outfits, or lack thereof, are enough to make a nun blush. Khloe's describing the scene, and you can practically smell the overpriced perfume and desperation in the air. It's a whirlwind of flashing lights, questionable decisions, and enough gossip to fuel 1,000 tabloids. And just when you think it can't get any wilder, Khloe hits us with the real bombshell, the piece de resistance, the reason this party has become the stuff of Hollywood legend. Remember how we said this party was clothing optional? Well, it turns out a lot of people opted out, and by a lot, we mean enough to make Hugh Hefner blush. That's right, darlings, this wasn't just a party. It was a full-blown nudist convention disguised as a celebrity gathering. Now, we've all heard the rumors about wild Hollywood parties, but Khloe's confirmation is like finding the holy grail of gossip. It's the proof we've all been waiting for. And the best part? She's telling it like it's just another Tuesday afternoon. No judgment, no shame, just pure, unadulterated Kardashian sass. You gotta hand it to Khloe. She knows how to deliver a story, building suspense and making sure we're all on the edge of our seats. Now, you might be thinking, what was Khloe doing at this party? Was she stripping down with the rest of them? Was she leading a conga line of naked celebrities through the mansion? Well, this is Khloe we're talking about. She knows that sometimes the best way to experience a party is from a safe distance, a front row seat to the chaos, if you will. And that's exactly what she did. She observed, she mingled, she sipped her champagne, and she filed away every single juicy detail for future use. Because that's the thing about Khloe. She's not just a participant in the Hollywood game, she's a player. She knows that information is power, and she's not afraid to use it to her advantage. So there you have it, folks. Khloe Kardashian, the ultimate Hollywood insider, giving us a glimpse into the wild, wacky, and often X-rated world of Diddy's parties. Okay, kittens, buckle up because here's where things get really interesting. Remember how Khloe casually mentioned that Diddy's party was clothing optional? Well, it turns out that optional was just Diddy being polite. Because, honey, this party was less casual Friday and more casual nudity. We're talking about a party where people were stripping down like it was a Black Friday sale at a Spanx factory. And these weren't just your average partygoers, darling. These were A-list celebrities, the who's who of Hollywood, shedding their designer clothes and probably their dignity, like it was nothing. And Khloe, she's just casually dropping these truth bombs like it's no big deal. You can tell she's trying to play it cool, like this is just a normal Tuesday night for the Kardashians. Now, Khloe's smart. She knows better than to name any names. Sweetie, those lawsuits are no joke. But she hints that some of Hollywood's biggest stars were letting their freak flags fly. And the things they were getting up to? What happens at a Diddy party stays at a Diddy party. Khloe's descriptions are vague but tantalizing. She talks about seeing things she can never unsee, hearing conversations that would make a sailor blush, and witnessing debauchery that would make Caligula look like a choir boy. Through it all, she's got this mischievous glint in her eye, like she's both horrified and impressed by what she witnessed. Now, what makes this whole story even more entertaining is Khloe's commentary. She's not just recounting the events, she's adding her own little sarcastic quips, her side-eye glances, her knowing nods to the camera. She'll say something like, and then this one actor who will remain nameless, but he's been in like every superhero movie ever, decided to use the pool as a slip and slide. And then she'll just pause, raise an eyebrow, and let the image sink in. Or she'll describe a particularly scandalous outfit, or lack thereof, and say, honey, I've seen more fabric on a postage stamp. And then she'll burst into this infectious laughter. Khloe's basically our snarky best friend, spilling all the tea and making sure we get every last drop. And honey, we are here for it. Now, you might be thinking, with all this nudity and debauchery going on, how did Khloe keep a straight face? Well, darling, that's the magic of being a Kardashian. They practically invented the art of the poker face. Think about it. These women have been through it all. Sex tapes, public breakups, wardrobe malfunctions seen around the world, a little casual nudity at a Diddy party. Honey, that's just another Tuesday night for them. But even with her years of experience, you can tell Khloe's trying really hard not to burst out laughing. She's got that look in her eye, the one that says, I've seen things, you guys, things you wouldn't believe. And the way she delivers these details, with just the right amount of sass and disbelief, it's like she's letting us in on a little secret. Now, we all know Khloe loves a good time. She's not exactly known for being a wallflower. But even she had her limits at this party, torn between letting loose and observing the madness. Part of her wanted to jump in the pool and join the fun, but the other part was taking mental notes for a future tell-all book. Because let's be real, folks, this party was a goldmine of gossip, and the Kardashians know how to turn gossip into gold. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Remember how we said this resurfaced clip was making waves online? Well, it turns out that Diddy threw another one of his infamous butt-naked parties recently. And guess who was there? Yep, Khloe Kardashian herself. Coincidence? I think not. It seems like once you've experienced a Diddy party, especially one where clothing is optional, you're forever in his inner circle. Or maybe it's a Kardashian curse. Once they attend one of your parties, they're contractually obligated to show up at all future events, no matter how wild things get. Either way, it seems like Khloe's got a lifetime pass to Diddy's wildest bashes. And honestly, who are we to complain? As long as she keeps spilling the tea, we'll keep sipping it. So here we are years later, and Diddy throws another one of his legendary bashes. And this time, the internet is exploding with pictures, videos, and enough gossip to make your head spin. And who do we see front and center, looking like a goddess in a sequined gown? Because, honey, you don't wear your birthday suit to every Diddy party. None other than Khloe Kardashian. You gotta admire her commitment to the cause, right? Most people, after witnessing that much nudity and debauchery, would be running for the hills, swearing off parties for life. But not Khloe. She's back for more, like a moth to a flame, or maybe a Kardashian to a camera flash. And you know what they say, right? If it's not on Instagram, did it even happen? Khloe knows the game, and she's playing it like a pro. And you know what they say, right? If it's not on Instagram, did it even happen? Khloe knows the game, and she's playing it like a pro. But here's the thing about Diddy parties. They never really change, do they? Sure, the faces might be different, the fashion might evolve or devolve depending on how you look at it. But the vibe, the energy, the sheer over-the-topness of it all, that never goes out of style. It's like Diddy's found the secret formula for a timeless Hollywood party. A dash of exclusivity, a sprinkle of scandal, a whole lot of booze, and a generous helping of anything goes. It's a recipe for disaster, sure, but it's also the stuff of legends. And let's be real, folks. In a world that's constantly changing, it's kind of comforting to know that some things never do. Diddy will always throw wild parties. The Kardashians will always be there. And we, the loyal viewers, will always be here for the drama. It's the circle of Hollywood life, and we wouldn't have it any other way. But let's get back to Khloe for a second, shall we? Because let's be real, folks, she's the real MVP of this whole story. She gave us the inside scoop on Diddy's parties, not once, but twice. It's like she's the party whisperer, the keeper of Hollywood's secrets. She sees all, hears all, and tells all. Well, almost all. She's our guide to the wild side of fame, our snarky best friend. We wouldn't have it any other way. So there you have it, folks. The legend of Diddy's parties continues, and Khloe Kardashian is right there in the thick of it, sipping champagne, spilling secrets, and reminding us that some things never change. Diddy's parties will always be the stuff of legends, the Kardashians will always be there to witness the madness, and will always be here for the ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to practice my poker face and update my wardrobe, because honey, you never know when Diddy might throw another party. Stay tuned, Fame Fatales, because you know we'll be back with more scandalous stories, juicy gossip, and celebrity shenanigans next time on Famous Faces Scoop TV. But you know, kittens, this story is about more than just one wild night in Hollywood. It's about the enduring allure of celebrity, the things we're willing to believe, and the stories we tell ourselves about the people we think we know. Diddy's parties, with all their over-the-topness and outrageousness, represent a kind of fantasy, a world where anything goes and the rules don't apply. And Khloe, by sharing her experiences, gives us a glimpse behind the curtain, a peek into a world that most of us will only ever experience through blurry Instagram stories and tabloid headlines. It's a reminder that celebrities, for all their fame and fortune, are just people. People who like to party, people who make mistakes, people who sometimes forget to wear pants. But it's also a reminder that the stories we tell about celebrities, the gossip we devour, and the images we consume all contribute to the mythology of Hollywood, a mythology that's both alluring and ultimately a little bit sad. And what about the Kardashians? What does this story tell us about them? Well, for one thing, it shows that they're survivors. They've been through it all. Scandals, heartbreak, public humiliation, and they always come out on top. They're like the cockroaches of Hollywood. They'll outlive us all. But it also shows that they're masters of their own narrative. They know how to use the media to their advantage, how to turn a scandal into a story arc, and how to keep us all coming back for more. Love them or hate them, you gotta admire their hustle. They're the ultimate example of turning lemons into lemonade. Or should I say, turning a naked Diddy party into a multi-million-dollar empire. And as long as there are people willing to watch, listen, and click, the Kardashians will be there, ready to serve up another heaping helping of drama, glamour, and yes, even a little bit of nudity. But on a deeper level, this story is about the hypocrisy of Hollywood, the way we pretend to be shocked by scandals while secretly reveling in them. Diddy's parties are an open secret, the kind of thing everyone knows about but no one talks about publicly. It's the don't ask, don't tell policy of Hollywood, where what happens behind closed doors, or in this case, no doors, stays behind closed doors. Until, of course, a Kardashian decides to spill the tea. And that's the real beauty of this whole story. It's a reminder that no matter how hard we try to sanitize and control the image of Hollywood, the truth always has a way of seeping out. Sometimes it's a blurry photo, a leaked video, or a Kardashian with a mischievous glint in her eye. And in those moments, we get a glimpse of the real Hollywood, the one that's messy, unpredictable, and a whole lot more interesting than the carefully curated version we're